I went to medical school with the fixed goal of learning to talk to people who were considered out of their minds. When you start talking about people who are considered out of their minds, you're talking about people who are often, and in fact, ultimately wind up getting treated in the public mental health system. Recovery is, in terms of serious mental illness, means you don't need continuous support. You're out there in the community. You're taking care of your health. If you found that medication is helpful, you go and get it very often from your primary care physician. Why doesn't everybody have an idea about recovery occurring? Why do all the intelligent, thoughtful, tactful people say to me, wait a minute, you mean people recover? Because though the technology was developed and the research was done, over the last 50 years, it never filtered down into the public awareness and into the field. The incidence of mentally ill people, I'm talking the seriously mentally ill, now when I say mentally ill, their incidence of causing violence to other people is believed by the public to be 70%. It's actually 1.5%. And of people who don't have serious mental illnesses, it's 1%. So when the press presents this as it's a 50% increase among people with serious mental illnesses, that means 1 to 1.5%. So of the violence that's committed and that goes on in the society, very little of it is attributable to these people. What do people need? Same thing I've always needed in my life, which is somebody to talk to when I had an issue, a problem, a question, some confusion, some concern, somebody who would take an interest and who would listen and who might actually have some connection or some thoughts about it in a constructive way. When somebody takes an interest and you get back to the track that you either were on or wanted to be on, but were discouraged from very often, now you have a motivation to get your life in order. Why should you take care of your symptoms of mental illness unless you have some reason to want to be in the world and functioning? And once you're interested in that, you take care of this the way people take care of their diabetes. I don't think a person, anybody, should really be interested in their health as their primary consideration, general health, mental health, unless they're in terrible pain or they're dying. And then it becomes front and center. But otherwise, you should be interested in what you're trying to accomplish in your life, what you want to do.